Woodland Hills, Los Angeles resident, 54-year-old Russell Wolf is driving to brunch. And at first, he doesn't think anything of the guy in the white shirt walking his dog. But then he's shocked by what he witnesses. A neighbor he's never seen before vandalizes a local fruit stand, so he goes after the aggressor to investigate.
What do you want?
That's an illegal business in my neighborhood. I told them repeatedly to get the out of my neighborhood.
Then you call the police.
I did. They didn't do anything. They're selling stolen fruit.
What's your name?
My name is
2 days later, when Russell is buying fruit from the stand with another local named Leslie, the irate neighbor returns, so Russell starts recording again.
I think the strawberries look beautiful.
You know what? They might be beautiful, but they're stolen. Yeah, they are.
They're not stolen.
It has to have receipts to prove that they're not stolen. That's the law.
This is,
He has no business permit. Let me finish.
If my kid wants to put a lemonade stand here, are you going to call him names?
That's different. You're
a bully.
No, you're an idiot.
Russell has seen a fruit stand on this corner for the last 6 months, and he's not sure whether the owner has a legal street vending permit, but he is concerned by the aggressive attitude of his neighbor.
Tomorrow I'm going to spray WD-40 over all the
Oh, come on. Who are you? This is our neighborhood.
It's my neighborhood, and I'm not going to tolerate the You don't know what the you're talking about, bitch. And I'm not talking to you.
You're calling me what?
I'm calling you a bitch.
Yeah,
You're
what are you going to do about it?
I'm telling you, I'm talking to him. Where are the receipts?
No.
Where's your business permit?
By now, this neighbor rager is attracting attention.
Where's your health and safety? You.
But this seems to incense him even more.
You know what? If we put up with this, next thing you know, you're going to have a Tijuana whore behind the church.
Did you really
and then over
say
there,
that?
you're going to have a fentanyl dealer on that street corner, okay? It's called broken windows.
You are.
Yes.
You're absolutely a racist.
You're a fool.
Realizing he is not winning anyone over, the neighbor in purple decides to retreat, but not before he threatens to call the police.
So call the police.
Get to the police and then show us through the law.
To show you anything, do your
Oh, I did, and I know who you are.
And soon, the neighborhood learns not only who he is, but where he lives. And a couple of weeks later, Russell, Leslie, and dozens of other neighbors surprise him with a protest rally outside his house.
You're acting like a child.
And he reacts poorly.
Public property right here.
Better call authority.
Spraying people with a hose is considered to be a criminal offense. So the police arrive, and he's arrested and charged with battery. Despite all the local support, the fruit seller, Tomas, decides to move to another neighborhood where he's selling his goods hassle-free. When Kaylee Day, who lives with her husband and their young children in Houston, Texas, witnesses something on her doorbell camera, it changes her life forever.
My husband and I were the typical suburban happy couple, married, had kids, until the last year when we were going through couples therapy, just working through marital issues that we had that seemed to affect a lot of other married couples. Nothing like deal breaking, but I do get these gut feelings. He was doing something shady that I didn't know about.
When Kaylee's son is sick, her husband suggests that she take their daughter on a planned family vacation, and he stay home with their son.
Around 10 p.m., the doorbell camera app goes off. And you know, when you first get the notification, it's just a picture. And so all I saw was 2 bodies. So I called them and I said, hey, there's 2 creeps on the front porch. You might want to go check that out. And I start to watch the video. And I see my husband and his coworker on the front porch. My stomach dropped, my heart sank. I didn't really know what to think besides what the heck is going on in my house. And I realized that it was him and his mistress on our front porch, and they were kissing. He grabbed her butt and then said, and I'm just really angry and really sad. I was disgusted, and I feel like I don't know the person that I even married. So I immediately called him back, and I said, it's you and your coworker on the doorbell camera. He denied it for a good 5 to 10 minutes till he finally confessed that she was over.
What's more, when Kaylee looks back at the door cam footage, she sees that her husband tries to cover up his lover's arrival.
He won't admit that he deleted the clip, but he had to have because it picked up movement coming towards our front door, and then all of a sudden the door opens and closes, but you don't see anybody come in or out. So I think that's the section that he deleted.
Unfortunately for him, he gets sappy and sloppy when his girlfriend leaves. And now Kaylee is divorcing her 39-year-old husband.
I'm 28, so I'm still young. I have time to find somebody else who deserves me. But I feel like I got the best revenge because when I uploaded the footage online, I was expecting to get maybe 5 views, and I have amassed over 7 million views on it. So I kind of feel like karma worked pretty instantly this time.
Smashing my windshield. Got it. My neighbor got it all on camera. Walk away now, she had it soft.
White devil!
That smashed guitar is the weapon she originally attacked the neighbor with before he started recording. And as quickly as she arrives, the scorned lover disappears into the streets of Philly, shoeless and with a knife in her bra. While her ex-boyfriend and his neighbor are left to clean up the mess and figure out what just happened.
Dude, I was just on a bus with her.
This is my dock here. The neighbor has started feeding the birds, dumping a bunch of bird seed in front of my dock.
Justin Schott's boat dock and his access to it is the basis of an ongoing boundary dispute. The only way Justin can get to his dock is by walking through his neighbor's property.
I guess he thinks he's being clever, trying to get all the geese to poop on my dock.
Get off my yard.
Sorry, buddy, got the legal right to be here.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Get off my yard. You got the legal right to get out.
Got the legal right to be here, buddy.
Yeah.
Boundary disputes make up nearly 20% of all fights between neighbors. But this issue is escalating way beyond that.
Off my yard.
Well, you want to play this
Abby,
way?
call the police.
Call him. I have the legal right to be here.
I'm gonna call the police.
Oh, okay.
Call the cops. Call the cops. I want the cops.
I don't like the birds being fed in front of my dock there to try and piss me off and make me mad.
911.
I have the legal right to be here.
No, you don't. No, you
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, I do.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Justin believes he has an easement, which is the right to access someone else's property. In order to get to his dock, Justin has to cross through his neighbor's yard, which this neighbor clearly isn't allowing Justin to do.
Get my phone. Right now. Go get my phone. You're going to jail. If you ever come across my property again, I'll kill you.
Threatening someone's life can be punishable with prison time.
Doesn't have to be like this.
This dispute is about to escalate beyond simply verbal threats.
Get off it. Push you right into the weeds.
Please stop touching my golf cart. Please stop pushing the golf cart.
You're on my property, Justin.
I have the legal right to be here.
No, you don't have the legal right. You just hit me with a golf cart.
Please let me leave. Please let me leave. Please let me leave.
That physical act gives Justin cause to call the police and report an assault.
Please let me leave,
Yeah, get
Corey.
off my yard. Stay off. Don't ever bring that thing on my yard again. Don't ever bring it on my yard again.
Later, the police come and fill out a report. As of this taping, charges have yet to be filed,
How you like that?
and the dispute between these neighbors rages on.
It's assault and I'm pressing charges.
Guess what?
You're on video.
You're going to jail.
If good fences make good neighbors, don't tell that to organic gardener Jeff Permar of Middleton, Delaware. He not only has a problem with his fence, but he also has one with his other neighbors. In his spare time, Jeff's an avid gardener who grows his own produce, but discovers that someone in his neighborhood is sneaking into his fenced-in garden and destroying his crops.
I was noticing that vegetables were being eaten, and just dropped onto the ground, just like chunks out of the vegetables. It's really upset.
From experience, Jeff knows it's neither pests nor birds, and certainly not a neighborhood dog.
So I got to thinking, and I was like, well, why don't I set up a motion detection camera to see, what it could be? So I did that, and while I was at work, I had gotten a ping on the phone, and I was anxious. I went over to go look at it, and pops up this groundhog out of nowhere, and I'm like, what, a groundhog?
Jeff quickly takes action and draws up a battle plan to stop the groundhog's ground war. He ensures there are no openings in his fence and closes up any holes, no matter how small.
I was putting all obstacles in place, so they couldn't get into the garden. None of that stuff worked. So that kind of upset me a lot. And I was like, all right, maybe I could trap them. So I would set up like a trap out there and nothing would work.
Slowly and surprisingly, Jeff develops an admiration for his enemy's bravery and fearless persistence.
As time went on, he really won my heart over. He's so cool, popping up in the camera, eating right in your face. He's got so much swagger to him. He's just looking in the camera and he's like, yeah, I'm eating your vegetables. What are you gonna do about it? I was getting notifications at work. I was showing people, sharing it on Facebook, Instagram. Everybody was loving it. They were like, this guy is so cool. You gotta, take care of him. And so I was like, you know what? I do.
Jeff's first move? Giving his always hungry neighbor a proper name.
He was taking chunks out of the vegetables and just moving on to the next one and taking another chunk. So I said, you know what? Your name's gonna be Chunk.
But soon Chunk becomes the Chunks, with the addition of Nibbles, his girlfriend.
Chunk loved Chunkland so much that he brought his girlfriend Nibbles over. As time went on, garden wasn't even mine anymore. I just gave it to the Chunks.
Already late in the planting season, Jeff lets the Chunks continue to eat from his garden.
The following year, I made them their own little garden where they could come have at it, feed yourself as much as you want. And it's a good thing I did.
During hibernation, the Chunks start a family. And thanks to Jeff, they don't have to worry about feeding the kids.
And I was also even giving them stuff from mine still.
Jeff and the Chunks now live happily side by side. If only all neighbors could be so friendly.